What's up guys, Dre here. Thank you for tuning in. Today I'm just gonna go ahead and give you guys a quick little update here on my hair growth journey. I believe it's been 15 months since I buzzed my head. I remember I was rocking a little crew cut for a little bit until the top grew out long enough. And then, what did I do after that? I started growing out the sides. I think I've only been growing out the sides for 8 months. So it hasn't been quite a year yet as far as the sides go. Now I will be continuing this journey, so if you want to be alerted when I drop these future updates, be sure to subscribe and hit the notifications button. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump right into this. As you can see, the top front of my hair goes down almost to my chin. So it's roughly over 7 inches or so. The rest of the top of my hair is about an inch shorter, finally covering my ears, which is pretty cool. The sides are around 4 inches and kind of fade up into the top, as this goes pretty much for the back as well. Now as far as styling goes, as you guys can see, I have been continuing with the slick back using pomade, of course. This has been the only product that has actually had enough hold to keep my hair all into place, which has been great. This is my brand's newest product, and it was co-created with Mike of Modern Man TV, and he absolutely just nailed it. I'll be sure to link the pomade down in the description below, along with a 25% off discount code that will only be available for the next day or so. So make sure you jump on that. Anyways, now having hair as long as mine currently is right now, no matter what kind of product you use, it's always gonna be a little more difficult to get the product through your hair when applying it, no matter if you use wax especially, pomade, paste, clay, don't matter. The application process will always be slightly more difficult opposed to if you had just, real short hair, like you. So a really cool little hack that I personally do that makes the application process so smooth, so easy and effortless is to apply a few drops of grooming oil to your pomade. I personally really like Mike's Dauntless grooming oil. It's personally my favorite grooming oil, and it definitely smells the best, hands down. So if any of you are out there looking for a really nice grooming oil, I straight up beg you to use nothing else but this one. And if your hair is pretty dry at this point, like mine is here, you could also add a little water to it as well. With our pomade, I've noticed that it doesn't even really affect the hold, it just makes the application process that much more smooth. But again, for those of you with shorter hair, you really don't gotta worry about any of these little hacks, because this doesn't even concern you. The product's gonna go in your hair just fine, real easy. And something I just wanna mention real briefly for those of you that have longer hair like I do right now, one thing that I had to get used to was applying product to the sides and back of my hair, because usually I got a fresh fade going on and I don't really have to apply product to the sides and back. And so I forgot this step early on while I was growing out my hair, and my hair just didn't look as good opposed to when I started applying that product to the sides and back of my hair. So this is a very easy step to skip if you aren't used to this, if you aren't used to having longer hair. Another tip, if you really want to maximize the results of the hold and get the most hold out of this product, I've noticed that using a wide tooth comb and combing your hair back really locks your hairstyle into place. However, at the same time, for me on a personal note, I don't really like the slicked comb back look. It's just too proper for me, and it looks like I, just got licked down by a cow or something. So again, just me on a personal note, I don't really like this slick back, comb back look. I just don't really think it fits my face shape. I prefer a more loose kind of finger combed look instead. So what I like to do is break it up. I like to, break it up, mess it up, give it a little sexy texture. I also create a natural off-centered part just to give my hair some direction, as you see here. And that's ultimately how I've been styling my hair through that, kind of awkward growing out phase. By the way, just a quick update on my hair brand, Shavu. Things are really moving quick for us right now. We feel really blessed. Amazon actually just gave us the Amazon's Choice badge on our ocean clay product. So hey, that was really cool to receive that. Honestly, we just feel crazy blessed that you guys are enjoying not only our clay, but all of our other products as well. We've also been working tirelessly with other brands, companies, and distributors and other countries to get our products sold all over the world. So for those of you that live outside of the US, you can get your shipping cost for a lot more cheaper. So be sure to stay updated with us on that on our Instagram, or you can become a part of the text community. Ooh, the Shavu text community is kind of like this little inner circle that we've created for those of you who want to receive special discounts, special news, and for those of you that want to try out new upcoming products before anybody else. Now, before I go, just for any newcomers that are just new to this channel here, my channel isn't, yeah, we do a lot of hair videos, but it isn't solely based on that. We also cover men's fashion, grooming, fitness, style, lifestyle, and just how to be an overall better man, a more genuine man with solid character and godly values. Anyways, I just wanted to update you guys really quick on a book I just got finished reading. A lot of you asked me what I'm currently reading, and so this one right here is Matthew McConaughey's Green Lights. I just finished up with it. This honestly is I would have to say it's the best book I have ever read, hands down. It's the most funnest book I've ever read, and I'll be sure to link it down in the description below if you want to check it out. I believe this is a great book just for all men and how to go about life. Now, a crazy thing that I learned about Matthew McConaughey when I was reading this book is simply just the fact that he had so much wisdom to give in this book. This book, my level of wisdom has just went through the roof after reading this sucker. And the crazy thing about it is that Matthew McConaughey, he never talked about sitting down and reading personal development books. He never talked about, watching YouTube videos on how to, 10 tips on how to pick up girls or 15 tips on how to be more successful. None of that. And not saying that reading books or watching YouTube videos is a bad thing or a negative thing by any means. However, what I am saying is that rather than just staying inside of his house all day, burying his head into books or just, sitting there behind a computer screen watching, tutorial videos on YouTube, he instead just put himself out there. Most of his wisdom was just from experience, going out into the world, going on adventures, connecting with others, making friends, making good, creating good and healthy relationships, and overall just putting himself out there, allowing himself to fail, allowing himself to learn the hard way, right? And this is something I'm definitely trying to kind of do myself lately. Elisha Long the other day, one of my mentors and somebody that I watch religiously on YouTube, he actually made a video that kind of reminded me of what I learned from this book, and that was, he was saying in the video, he said, do we really need 12 more rules? Do we really need 12 more tips on self-improvement? Do we really need 12 more books on just how to go about life and trying to find that next little golden nugget of information from our favorite YouTuber? And like Elisha, sometimes he makes a lot of videos, but there are some weeks that go by where he also doesn't. You might not see him for a week, and then he might come back with like 10 videos in a few days. It's crazy. But like Elisha, I've been finding myself, and maybe you guys as well have been kind of noticing, that me personally, I haven't even been posting as much as I typically do lately. And so just to be honest with you guys, I've noticed this last year, 2020, I've noticed that a lot of my content was starting to get very repetitive. And I was saying the same tips just in a different way. And I thought to myself, I was just like, how many hair videos can I make about the same hair tips? And how many, I only have so many tips on how to talk to a girl, how to treat a woman. It's like all the same information just said in a different way. Just to get more, to be honest, with myself and with you guys, a lot of us YouTubers do this. We repeat the same information just to get more views, more subscribers, to stay relevant, to stay in people's faces, right? And you know, just all that superficial stuff. And so I finally found this peace in my heart that I've never had before. Usually if I hadn't got out a video within 5 to 7 days, usually by now I'd be just losing it, just stressing out, right? And my life would be consumed by just, you know, I gotta get out more content, gotta get out more and more. And I'd build up this fear and stress and anxiety. But now I've found this peace, like I've said. And honestly, Elisha Long has taught me that, hey, if I don't have nothing to say this week, I don't have nothing to say. It's okay. There's no need to create more content, more repetitive content that I've already talked about before, just to stay relevant and just to, you know, continue making money and getting views. I mean, honestly, that's just, it's superficial as hell. And no disrespect to any of the other big YouTubers out there that are hustling and grinding every single day, getting out content. I just know for me, on a personal note, I can't live with myself if I'm not being genuine to the calling God has placed in my heart. So if a few weeks go by and I haven't created a video, hey, it's okay. It's okay if I have nothing to say that week or the week after that. It's okay. To just shut up and live my own freaking life, you know? And I think a lot of us dudes need to start doing this, you know? It's okay to shut down the computer, to shut the book, put the book away back on the shelf, to take out the earbuds, stop the podcast, and instead take what you've learned from those things and to now apply it, to go out, put yourself out there into the world, to go out and apply those things, experience life. In most cases, like Matthew McConaughey in his book, life was his biggest teacher, right? All this wisdom in this book wasn't from some other book. It wasn't from some 15-step tip hack video on YouTube. Nah, man, it was from life experience. It was from putting himself out there. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I encourage you, right now that you finish this video, shut the laptop, turn off your phone, whatever you're watching on, and go out and just make somebody's day today. Go out and just put yourself out there. Talk to somebody new. Connect with someone that you wouldn't typically ever really desire to connect with. I don't know, maybe life can teach you something today. All right, so hey, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you watching, and I'll talk to you very soon. My name is Drexler. Peace always.